Hello everybody, I've got a new video I would like to share with you for today. This one is actually kind of serious. Candace Owens has recently posted that she has been given a credible threat against her life. I wanted to share that with you. And I mean, between the attempts, more than one, on President Trump's life and the successful assassination of Charlie Kirk, we seem to be living in assassination culture. And kind of makes sense if you look back in history, because the last time we had a cultural revolution was in the 60s, and we had assassination culture then as well. So now that we're going through another cultural revolution, people are losing their minds. But anyway, let's get into what Candace Owens had to say. She says, 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. I am told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad, and the plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware, but I have more specific information which is definitely verifiable should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you, truly. Let all be revealed. Don't know how many of you follow Candace Owens or have been following her lately, especially in the aftermath of Charlie's murder. She does not buy the official narrative, and there are parts of it that honestly I don't buy either. I'm not sure if she's onto the truth. I can't say definitively, but this feels like another Kennedy moment to me, because there were things in the Kennedy assassination, and I'm referring to JFK, that forensically didn't add up. And so far, the information we've been given on this one also does not forensically add up. There's definitely much more to this story. And considering they're pursuing a death penalty on this young man, we need to make very sure that he is the one who pulled the trigger, or is he a patsy? I mean, you don't know, especially when it comes to people who are so entrenched in the government, and Charlie was. Trump would not be president right now were it not for Charlie Kirk, because it took the youth vote to put him over the edge. Charlie brought that to him. No one else. Charlie. So, all I know is I want the truth. Whatever that truth may be, and wherever that truth may lead. That's the only thing I know. I'm going to be praying for Candace's safety. She's been very public about her research into Brigitte Macron, and her birth gender. I'll leave it at that. Um, she's been extremely vocal in doing her deep dive and her investigative journalist thing on the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And considering he was one of her best friends, I can understand where her mindset is at and why she is doing this, because not everything the government has told us makes forensic sense, and the government does have a history of kind of trying to snowblind us, especially in regards to assassinations, as we have learned over the years. So I'm going to pray for her safety. I'm going to pray for Tucker Carlson's safety, because apparently there is a list and both of them are on it. And now it makes sense to me why Candace said what she said the other day on her podcast, when she said she was having a conversation with someone that she also deemed a friend, and they were crying over Charlie. It was, pretty much immediately following his death, and that person said, "It was supposed to be you." And it didn't hit her, she said, at the time that it was said in the conversation. But she mentioned that the same day that she apparently received this information, because the timeline matches. So this is very concerning. This is absolutely very concerning. But again, like I said, when you go through a cultural revolution, you bring out the fools that do these things. I mean, for example, you had in the 60s, JFK, 63, Malcolm X, 65, Martin Luther King Jr., and Robert F. Kennedy, both in 68. So we just need to pray. We need to pray that people in this country wake up and we understand how serious things really are. You have got to pay more attention to what's going on in the world. You have got to. You have got to quit listening to media clips without the full context. You have got to quit reading the headline and thinking you know the story and you just move on from there, because believe me, you don't know the story. Headlines are designed to make you click on it, and then you kind of wind up reading something that is contextually a little bit different than what you might have gotten when you just read the headline. But people are being lazy. They don't want to do their research. They don't want to do their research. And now we've got a country that is full of chaos, because half of the country has just literally been brainwashed into Marxism, which you're seeing that start to rear its head in this country, especially with the recent election of Zoran Mamdani as mayor of New York City. We're in a mess. We are in a real mess, and people need to be getting up and going to vote. Even in off-year elections, don't just vote in the presidential election, because guess what? It's not the most important. It really isn't. And at this point, I'm primarily speaking to Republicans. When it comes to any elections other than presidential elections or potentially the governor for your own state, you just don't get up and go out and vote. You're complicit and lazy, and you need to stop that. Our country is at stake. You have got to get up and you have got to go vote. And you have got to pay attention to the policies that are being put in front of you. In the meantime, let's pray for Candace Owens, for Tucker Carlson, for anybody else that is on some sort of a hit list. We can't have this in this country. We cannot accept this. Anyway, tell me what you want to tell me down in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, pray. Pray for our country. I will see you guys on the next one.